Hi everyone. I'm here to discuss the couple of articles in the court case that we were supposed to look over for this week. They were all very deeply concerning, and I feel like with today's day and age, we should be, as a society and our Supreme Court and things like that, should be doing more for students with special needs. And that does make me upset and concerned for our future. But the first thing I wanted to look at was with the charter schools. This is actually kind of near and dear to my heart. My mom teaches kindergarten at a charter school in Buffalo. She's been teaching there for about 19 years now. So to see that students in charter schools are not being treated equally as in regular public schools, again, is deeply concerning. Academic success of all students should be the priority, no matter if they are at a charter school, a private school, or a public school. Access and quality through accountability and civil rights is definitely important. And this should not be happening to charter schools. FAPE provides free and appropriate public education to all students. And that means to all students, not just students that can actually afford the education. So that was very upsetting to me, and I'm hoping that things will change around for the charter schools. The second article that I wanted to talk about was about the Medicaid provisions. And again, this is very upsetting that children with exceptional needs and children who are experiencing poverty are being cut funding because people up in the higher departments decide that this is not where the money should be going to. And it's just sad that they're cutting the healthcare funding for these students. And districts rely on this Medicaid funding, and over $8 billion is being cut. So the districts are really going to have to take some time to figure out how they can rework the money that they do receive and how it will affect the students and the districts itself. The last thing I want to talk about is the Andrew F. case with the Supreme Court. And I found this article very interesting because just reading over this and how this will affect me in my future, in my child's future, is very interesting. After looking over the article, it kind of just states that the rights to a free and appropriate public education, again, is for all students. And the problem here is that they're not really pushing towards getting this child, Drew, the needs that the appropriate services that he needs. And it's interesting that this is the first time since 1982 that they've had a case like this. The first case was known as Rowley, and he was a deaf student. And unfortunately, the courts decided that he didn't need additional services because he was such a wonderful lip reader that he didn't need an interpreting service. So again, very disconcerting about this. According to the article, Drew is a boy with autism and ADHD. The school that he was attending was not providing, according to his parents, was not providing the appropriate education that he needed. So they decided to move him and place him in a private school that could focus on autism. And it seems from the article, since he's been moved, he is receiving the supports that he needs. But his parents are arguing that FAPE was denied to him in his regular public school. So I guess we will see the outcome and how it turns out, and hopefully the courts will be in favor of Drew and his parents, so that other people can see this court case and know that the courts agree with the parents and with the child, and that hopefully down the road and in the future, court cases like this will change the ways of special education. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.